Time now for our weekend cover story. Our next guest was told he would never walk again after being seriously injured 15 years ago, but Daniel Hillier and his partner Marianne refused to take never for an answer.
Daniel has now defied medical expectations thanks to a cutting-edge piece of technology known as the hybrid assistive limb. And I'm pleased to say Daniel and Marianne join us now in studio with more. Thank you for joining us this morning, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Daniel, we'll start with you. Can you take us back to 2010? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, sure. So back in 2010, I was standing on a balcony and the railing unfortunately gave way, resulting in a 4.5 metre fall where I landed laying flat on my face and instantly kind of knew that something was wrong. And yeah, then I was transported to hospital where I had two surgeries to stabilise my neck. So I was diagnosed with a C4-5 incomplete quad and spent quite some months in hospital there and, you know, going through all the rehab and learning how to, you know...
Live again.
Live again, yeah. And then I was discharged from there and ended up going home. But yeah, it was, life-changing.
Absolutely, Marianne. So that, as Daniel just told us, there's been surgeries, there's been rehab. How's it been for you and you both as a couple, really?
Yeah, I mean, we were only 21 years old at the time.
Wow.
So we'd been dating for 3 years and I was at university and got that phone call early in the morning, which was really unexpected. But being that young and somewhat, I think, naive, we started exploring what was possible and what was out there. The alternative for us was a pretty grim diagnosis with Dan being told he wouldn't move from the neck down. And so we thought, what do we have to lose? And started to look globally at what was available.
And you found the hybrid assistive limb. So tell me about that journey.
Yeah, so at university I was studying exercise science and I learned this concept called neuroplasticity. And it was the brain's ability to create new neural pathways. So where there's been a disruption and the nerves can't connect and communicate, being able to forge new connections. And there wasn't any access to technology here in Australia back in 2010 or even earlier. And so that led us to looking overseas and landing in Japan to see the hybrid assistive limb in action. It's a wearable robotic which moves with the wearer, not for the wearer, meaning that we put electrodes on the skin to pick up signals from the brain to communicate with the device and create new neural pathways.
Isn't that incredible?
So you've brought this tech to Australia.
Yeah.
So what sort of work are you doing with everyday Australians?
Yeah, so we work not just with individuals with spinal cord injury, but stroke, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, FND and more. And we do that in a couple of different ways. So we're increasing access through RoboFit clinics across Australia. We currently have 4 opening in Melbourne and we're looking to explore and build that across Australia.
Daniel, how has it changed life for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was first used the device in 2013, we travelled to Japan and it had helped. We were on the treadmill learning how to walk again. So the device was walking for me back then. And the niche part of the exoskeleton was it can pick up the neural pathways going from the brain to the muscle. So we put electrodes on the skin, as Marianne said, and it will read what the message going from the brain to the muscle is and will assist with that movement. So when I first started, the robot has a pre-programmed gait pattern. It would walk for me on the treadmill. And then a few days in, we decided to put the electrodes on and see if there was any signals, and there was signals coming through.
Yeah, amazing.
That must be a magical moment.
It really, it really was. It was kind of, you know, a little bit daunting to be put into a device back then, but, you know, hopped in it and just, went for the joyride and had a really good time and improved my gait.
Okay, so can you give us a demo? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. So the device we have here in studio today is the hybrid assistive limb lower limb device.
Yep.
We have a number of upper and lower limb exoskeleton technologies. And so as I said, we put electrodes onto the skin to pick up signals being sent from the brain. It communicates to the device what movement intention the wearer is trying to do. And if someone's had a neurological condition or diagnosis and they have really faint signals, it can pick up really weak signals, so we can tune the device in. So once we start the assistance, so our team of exercise physiologists or physiotherapists will do an initial consult with clients. And then, let me just make sure I've got it on properly.
No pressure on live TV
No pressure,
to get something like
no.
this to work.
Not at all.
It's phenomenal. Like, the mind boggles with, you know, how far we've come with technology and how much further we can still go.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's the piece speaks for itself. It's the only one in the world that is actually neurocontrolled that will work with the wearer, not only for.
Okay. Marianne?
So you can see here, even as faintly as I'm just thinking about moving, the device is responding as I go to move my arm and it's mimicking the leg.
Yep.
It's going to follow my movement.
Because
So
those they're on your on your bicep. Now,
They
yeah.
are, and triceps. So they're replicating my quads and hamstring muscles, and so providing assistance as we're moving. And then we're able to reduce that assistance over time. So we get real-time data showing what muscle groups are firing when, how they're coming through from the brain to lower limb. And the goal is to work with clients, reduce the assistance over time and translate to conventional physiotherapy or exercise physiology.
And so, Daniel, when you wear it, what sort of situations can you now do? What can you perform?
Yeah, so after using the device plus many years of rehab, I'm able to now independently walk in a firearm support frame. I can use that around the home and looking to incorporate it into the community. And my next goal is to get out of the wheelchair permanently, but and on my feet a bit more.
And that's just independence, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. So brushing your teeth for the first time, standing, having a hug with a loved one for the first time.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you.
What a
And
remarkable
congratulations.
piece of technology.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marianne and Daniel, thank you so much. And for more information, head to robofit.com.au.